So it's been a long, seems like a really long time since since I sat down with my great friend Dave Grant to do one of these little vignettes to talk about life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. And it has been. It's been, I think, 4 months. And I 4 months in my life, in my new life, it's like November 9th was my 1 year anniversary. So I've thought about, it's almost like not, it's not like my life changed forever. It's like I got a new life. And a new life is I'm just, it's a little scary. It's a little intimidating to have a new life. I've since we talked, which was probably 4 months ago, that's a third of my new life. So if I were, I'm 64, it's 30, well, however many years, 31, 32 years?
23.
21
years.
21 years? I've always tried to keep a good face on it, but I've had to wrestle with some of my dragons and demons along the way. And my first round of chemo concoction has failed, and I went from my second round of chemo directly into my third round, which is a new concoction, a new piece of medicine that Master Lee's son Sun Lee, who's a Eastern and a Western doctor, said I need to pray to my chemo when at the beginning of every session to liberate it, to let it do its work. And I honestly have not been too friendly with this chemo. I don't feel like the chemo's been very friendly with me. But I'm learning to be humble, I guess I'm trying to be humble. And turns out to be harder than I thought. So to be a little bit political, I was very happy that Obama won. I am very happy. I think that forward is the only way to go, things seem so complex. Now my life right now seems more complex and layered up, and with many more pieces to it than I felt 4 months ago. And whereas I was sort of winning the numbers consistently for the first 2/3 of this last year, I've been losing on the numbers consistently for the last 4 months. So what does that mean? Because I am not the same person that I was when I started this new life. But one part of the diagnostic piece, I am much higher, from 245 to over 300 in one of the blood tests. And I took that number when we talked before. I had taken that number from 245 down to 19. Now, what caused all of that? And why am I going the other direction now? And it doesn't mean that my tumors are growing that much faster, but it does mean that stuff is happening. So I am more in the thick of it now than I have been. In the recent past, I've been struggling, but I feel like the last year of my life has been really fantastic, and this new life has caused me to review and to search and to struggle and to cry a little bit and to laugh as much as I cry or more, hopefully. And that's been a really an unexpected journey. I mean, I've talked about this before. It's this: what do I get out of what are the gifts that come out of this situation that maybe feel at times kind of tragic? You know, I feel like my world, which was so large, with encompassing so many friends and so much activity, and my wonderful work at King, and just sort of being out there, that I've had to pull that all back in and be. And while my physical world is smaller, my spiritual world is larger, but it's confusing. I'm confused. So I don't want to leave that. I don't want that to be the message that having stage 4 cancer is confusing, because that's probably pretty obvious. It's pretty confusing to all the medical people, Eastern, Western, and everybody else. But I still feel like I know I have a practice. I try to focus on my practice. I can be so much better than I have been, and I want to be better. But there are really no buts. You know, we talk. Is it time to go to Chicago and go see the hot shots out there? Is it time to go see Master Lee and spend 3 weeks in house with him? You know, my greatest joy at the moment and really my greatest joy is to be in the heart of my family and my friends, and so I've taken huge energy from you all and from my family. I'm always trying to figure out how to give that energy back. But as I get a little more, deeper into this and the darker sides, I have to wrestle with some realities that maybe I won't win this fight. And I don't want to think of it as a fight. It's a struggle. But I think I have to love it out of me somehow. And that is what I'm trying to do. So that's really my message. That seems like Baba Ram Das or somebody else. Some people that we all heard when I was in my 20s, which was 40 years ago. I meditate 2 or 3 times a day. I try to find a peaceful place so that my energy, so that I am at peace, and that I can be peaceful for my wonderful wife Eliza, and for Robert and Oliver and Sophia, who are all just rock stars, doing a wonderful job, doing great. But we're all a little nervous, and that's the way it is, and it's okay. And it is it's a mystery. I guess I feel like I'm in the middle of the mystery. I have to embrace this mystery. I may not be able to figure it out, but I am giving it my all, and that's my message. Thanks. See you soon.